Tonight, obviously we've got this inclement weather, and I agree with what David said. Looking around here, you'd think it's election night and that we're here for victory. Well, hopefully, come November, that's what will be the case. So I'm very proud to be here, and again, thank all of you for coming, and for those who on such short notice as well, and for those who couldn't come because of the weather, we look forward to working with you as we come on down the pike here in the next few weeks. I know that all of you are here tonight for the same reason that I'm here, and that is that I believe that we can come together not only as a party, but that we can come together as a community to begin a building process that will move our community forward. We need to do this. This cannot be a community of what was. It can't be. That's where General Motors was. That's where Del Carimi was. That's where this was, that was. How many times have you said that to your grandchildren, your children? I remember when such and such was here. Well, that's not the kind of community that we want. We believe that we can rebuild and that we can have a community in which we can be proud, where our children can come to be born and to live and to be raised. I am a product of Anderson. I was born and raised here. My aunt is here tonight. Thank you for coming. She just celebrated recently her 90th. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry. 90th. My aunt and my father, brother and sister, their parents were from here. They were here, the products of folks that immigrated over from Ireland, and they raised their family here. My aunt raised her children here. My father raised myself and my sister here. I raised my children here. My oldest son is about to have a child, and he's going to raise that child here. We have 6 generations of Brodericks have been from the city of Anderson. When it comes to the city of Anderson, I'm all in. And I'd like for you to be all in so we can help move this city forward. I believe that we have great promises. This is a great city that can have greater promise than we've had in the past. But again, we need to work together. And I'm privileged to be a person who has support of others who requested me to assist in doing everything we can to make this a better community. So tonight, I would formally announce to you my candidacy for mayor of the city of Anderson, and I would ask for all of your support and help as we move forward with this great endeavor.
Yeah.
Remember, we are not just dreaming about some possibilities. We're talking about possibilities that can be reached. These goals can be met. I believe, and I think you believe, that there is much more that we can do to make this city a better place. If elected, I will aggressively promote economic development, but not just going to foreign countries to look for jobs, but worry about the people that have jobs here already and about businesses that exist already. It's not right that we learn, seemingly too often, seemingly sometimes day to day, from the newspaper about a business that just closed. I get the idea that City Hall learns about it from the newspaper as well. We just lost Zales the other day. How many businesses have we lost in the last year? We just read about it in the paper, so-and-so moved out unexpectedly. We need an economic development plan that allows businesses, big and small, to come to City Hall, come to economic development, come to the mayor's office, and express concerns that you have about your growing business or your business in existence at the time. We need to be able to help them stay here and keep those jobs here and keep good paying jobs here while also seeking out new opportunities and new jobs for the people of the community. That's the type of effort that we need. I will also work hard to ensure the quality of life that is second to none. This city shouldn't be just some little dot on the map. This is a second-class city in the state of Indiana. At one time, we had over 70,000 people living here. Now we only have 50-some thousand people living here. We can do better, and we can do more. I will return to the concepts of community policing to help make our streets safe. I will make sure that police officers know who their neighbors are, and neighbors know who the police officers are. We need a community in which our firefighters and our police officers are well equipped, that they're well funded, and where they have enough members of their force to be able to get the job done. They deserve that, and we deserve that. We will have a community action plan that will reach out to try to put an end to the ever-increasing crime rate that we have in our area. It's an epidemic. It's horrible. When you look at the young people that are in trouble on a day-to-day basis, you look at the newspaper again, at the police blotter, and it's, half a page, almost on a daily basis. We've all read it. We've all seen it. And so many of those people are young people who've lost hope, who have issues with education, who live in poverty, and who make the mistakes that they make as youth, but it follows them for the rest of their lives. We need to do something to stop that from occurring. And by working with the city administration, again with law enforcement, with local churches, with local businesses, and coming together, we can do better to improve the quality of life, not only for the folks today, but the folks into our future. We need to make sure that we have safe and clean places for children to go play. We practically shut down the parks department. We need to do more than just have 1 or 2 parks. We can do better than that, surely. And we can have places for seniors to go. I was out at the UAW today, 662, speaking to seniors. And while I was there, the very first question that a person asked me, who was obviously senior, wanted to know, what do you think about seniors? What are you going to do for seniors? And I told him, I said, I hope that all the questions that are asked of me during a campaign, I hope they're as easy as that one, because that's easy. I do support seniors. I realize that the seniors are the backbone of this community. It's the foundation that this community was built upon. We have to be able to take care of those who took care of us, and we have to make sure that they have places where they can go, where they can have community among themselves and enjoy themselves without having to sit alone in some nursing facility somewhere. They have a right to a good quality of life as well as everyone else. We are going to invest in all of our community and all the neighborhoods. This cannot be a city that just worries about one side of town over another. We have 4 sections of this community that all have to be attended to, and it can be done. I will work with the other leaders of city government and those on the city council. We do not want this to become a duplication of what happens in Washington, D.C., where there's gridlock because of partisanship that can't seem to get anything done. The leader of the city of Anderson needs to reach out, be it Democrats, Republicans, or Independents. They need to reach out and work together to move the city in the right direction and work together. We currently have contracts that have went unfulfilled for years. That's ridiculous. You need to be a leader. You need to get these things done. We have city streets all around that are torn up. We need to get them fixed. We just finished a project over here out on Jackson Street. Most of you probably saw it at one time or another. They didn't start it till practically the winter beginning. I don't know what they were thinking. Tore up a bunch of sidewalks, most of which didn't really need too much repair. They certainly didn't need as much repair as the roads do. And then they replaced the curbs and the sidewalks, but it took them forever. And during the same period of time, it came right into the winter. They just finished it. Today I drove through some tar and so forth to get here to come to this. It's just not good planning. We need to do better. I will operate a city government that is fair and open and transparent. It will be an open door policy where employees, where citizens, where business leaders, where anyone in our community can come, where the press will have equal access to be able to make sure that they can report fairly on what's going on in government and with their leaders to make sure that government is doing what it should be doing. I will act wisely with the limited financial resources that we have. We do have to recognize that because of the shrinking tax base and because of the tax caps that have been put in place over the years, that we do have financial issues. But again, those can be dealt with. Those can be met. I was on the county council for 12 years. We had solid fiscal setting with the county during that time period. I was president of it twice. I understand budgets. I will make sure that we have not only balanced budgets, but budgets that are fair. I will work with our local educators, be it teachers, be it the school system. Even though they're a separate entity of government, the reality is we can work with them to make sure that the quality of education for all of our children are present and that the city will help and assist in any way possible to make sure that no one falls through the cracks. We will work later with our colleges. We have great colleges here. We have Ivy Tech, we have Anderson University, and so forth, to work with them to help people get training, to be able to get better jobs as we get new industry and new jobs into our community. Working together, we can make this work. But as David said, without your help, we can't get it done. I look forward to the campaign. I look forward to working with all of you to make sure that we have a city that can rise to the excellence that I know that it can be. I appreciate again your opportunity, your being here and giving me the opportunity to be here as well, to speak with you. And I ask again for your support and your help. And remember, it won't take me just being elected to be accessible. I'm accessible anytime you need to get a hold of me. Feel free to call me anytime and I'll be there for you. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for coming. Have a good evening.